Namaste. Sanatana-dharma teaches us a beautiful way of life. Sanatana-dharma talks about three great runas, three great obligations or debts we are born with, we live with, and we almost die with. They are the Rushi runa, the Deva runa, and the uh, Pitru runa. What is a Deva Runa? The Devatas, the unseen powers that create this universe, that guide this universe. They see that everything is happening in a very methodical way. They maintain the Ruta, the Dharma, through which the sun, the moon, the stars, the rotation of the revolution of the seasons, the flow of the rivers, and every body, the animal bodies, plant bodies, everything has a system. Everything is working according to a Ruta, according to a divine cosmic norm. So, whoever is guiding this, the power behind that is called the Devata Shakti. The Devatas, the Daiva Shakti, we are indebted because of the sun we are existing, because of the Bhumi we are existing, because of all this abundant of plants and vegetations and animals and the seasons, the warmth, the Panchabhutas, the skies, the water, everything we are existing. So we are always indebted. If not for this, I would have never existed. So I'm always runi to this great Devata Shakti, which is manifest in the form of nature, manifest in the form of flora and fauna. So this is the Deva Runa. And then we have the Rushi Runa. We are trained, we are mentored by our great parampara. We are given a language to speak. We are taught skills. We are given education. We are given training. We are given counseling, guidance, and whatnot. So we have acquired this from the great generation, from the parampara. And today, if we live in a beautiful way, in a meaningful way, much more sophisticated than how the animals live, it is because of the great Rishi parampara. I don't have to invent the wheel. The invention has already happened. I'm just using them. I'm applying them to make my life beautiful. So I'm ever indebted to the great Guru Parampara. So we say one day Guru Parampara. That is the feeling of Rushi Runa. That is the sense, that's the identification, acknowledgement of the Rushi Runa. So then comes the Pitru Runa. Our parents and our ancestors, they have given us this body, we carry their DNA, and they have taken care of us, they have mentored us, they have nourished us, and they have made us what we are today. If not for their sacrifice and hard work and love and care and concern and so much of giving, we would have been nowhere today. So these are the three runas we have to always acknowledge. So Sanatana Dharma says we should always acknowledge that you have the runa on you. It is very stupid and very sinful to say, I am independent. I have nothing. I'm a self made man. This is a very, very arrogant note. This idea of individualism itself is very dangerous and stupid. And it is a big lie. We are never independent. We are in some way or other dependent, and we are also obliged to people who have made us what we are. We have used ladders. We have used the ladders of people, of resources, of our parents, of our teachers. We have picked ideas from others. We have gathered advice from others. We have been taught, trained. We have all this has contributed to make us what we are. So we have to always acknowledge that. The feeling of Runa is very, very beautiful. As long as we don't acknowledge that there are so many people around us behind me who have supported me in many ways, physically, monetarily, emotionally, spiritually, academically. If we do not acknowledge, we are the biggest sinners in this world. That is why I usually say Sanatan Dharma is to live like this. Always acknowledge the elders, acknowledge the parampara, acknowledge the great rishis. We don't see them today, but they are very much there in my life, in the beautiful culture that we follow today. Acknowledge the great devatas, acknowledge the sun. We wake up in the morning and do Sandhya Vandana, we do Surya Namaskara, we offer Arghya. A spoonful of water will not quench the thirst of the sun, but it will always culture my feeling. It will make me understand that yes, I am indebted to the sun. I wake up in the morning, touch the bhumi and say, Padasparsham Kshamaswami. That is how I tell myself that I am always indebted to the bhumi. I bow to the vanaspatis, the great vegetation around me. I bow to the rivers. I bow to the animals. I bow to the cow. I bow to my parents. Why? Because everybody is the reason why I am happy, hale and healthy and prosperous today. Everybody has directly or indirectly contributed to my life. So I have to always acknowledge this is how we should live. To live with the feeling of the Rna Traya is a beautiful way to live that Rishis have taught us. Kale Vashantu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasya Shalini. We always wish good for the nature. Today we are talking about ecological concern. But long, long ago, from thousands of years, our rishis, our ancestors have taught us that always acknowledge nature, respect nature, never loot nature. Just use that much which you require and never loot it, and always give back to the nature. Nourish nature, love nature, respect nature, conserve nature, and promote nature. So this is how we should live. Live with the Rushiruna, with the Devaruna, and the Pitruruna in the mind. If we do not acknowledge this, we are not just foolish, but we are very sinful. The biggest sin is to forget that we are indebted to somebody. So, Kritagnya, Kritiratmavan is a beautiful name to Mahavishnu in the Vishnu Sahasranama. He himself is always a Kritagnya, Kritam Janatiti Kritagnya. He is always well aware and acknowledges any small or big thing that is given to him, done to him. So we also should live with a feeling of Kritagnyata Bhava, and that is the best way, the most gentlemanly way to live life. धन्यवादः नमस्ते